Cameroon Minister of Territorial Administration, Paul Atanga Nji, has released a statement today, 14th of October 2025, describing the declaration made by former Minister of Communication, now presidential candidate Issa Tchiroma Bakari of Cameroon's National Salvation Front, that it is bad, unconstitutional, and aimed to plunge Cameroon into a crisis which will not be accepted, cannot be tolerated, and that the law would take its course after Tchiroma declared that he's the one that has won the 2025 presidential election. Yesterday, the 13th of October, around midnight, Tchiroma released a video indicating or announcing that he has won the 2025 presidential election. And in the video, Tchiroma stressed that he was going to present the public with his own result that he has compiled across the multiple polling stations that matters and which can actually declare, can actually sway winners, and which can actually make you to win the election. You should know that in every election, there's what we call the battleground state and the swing state and the battleground region. So, according to the minister of the former minister of communication and former minister of employment and vocational training, he says that his team has the process of several polling stations, and based on the polling station, they have process for more than more than half the polling stations. So they have the process and they have calculated it based on the total number of registered voters per the other polling stations, whose results are still coming in, according to them, in their favor. So Cameroon Minister of Territorial Administration, Paul Atanga Nji, says that this candidate, Issa Tchiroma Bakari, is working hand in hand with occultic groups in Cameroon to plunge disorder in Cameroon, that this would not happen. According to Minister Paul Atanga Nji, he further stressed and warned that individuals should not disrupt the electoral process, that the electoral process should be respected right to its latter. He says that he described Minister Issa Tchiroma as an impostor, and he said his act is irresponsible and in violation of the legal framework governing the electoral process. He accused the candidate for seeking to disrupt public order, and he says that attempting to execute a diabolic plan with internal and foreign occultic networks aimed at throwing Cameroon into chaos. That is the Cameroon Minister of Territorial Administration. Now, the issue about this is that the Constitutional Council is the body charged to declare official result. I repeat, official result. But parties have their own ways of getting their own result because they have polling agents, which means that parties have their polling agents, but the law states that you can have your polling agent, you can compare your result, but you should not declare it as official. It is the Constitutional Council that can now declare that this is the winner and this is not the winner. So Mr. Paul Atanga Nji is saying that Cameroonians should wait for the final proclamation, whereas Issa Tchiroma is saying that he has a result, he is the winner, and some individuals in Cameroon have started congratulating Minister Issa Tchiroma. According to them, they think that the trend shows that he is actually the one who probably is favorable. But as it stands now, officially, the Constitutional Council has not even set a date to hear the result, because according to the government, they are still putting things in order. And so it is not clear whether it seems as Cotton Sport is being accused by Real Madrid of trying to bribe the referee or trying to cause chaos, because according to Real Madrid, they know that Cotton Sport knows that they cannot win the game. So that is why Cotton Sport is accusing Real Madrid. Real Madrid is accusing Cotton Sport of trying to disrupt the match, such that the match should come to an end, but that the match must end, and that Cameroonians should stay on a peaceful, remain calm, peaceful, and should dissuade themselves from any possibility of declaring themselves as president élu. But there are several media organs that have carried out this. Jeune Afrique just published that présidentiel au Cameroun, Issa Tchiroma Bakari revaincu une victoire et défi Paul Biya de la Fiche. This is according to Jeune Afrique. It's not clear whether it is an authentic Jeune Afrique or it is those Photoshop. But however, the Cameroon government has called on everyone to stay calm and appeal that many things are yet to be put in place and that the process is ongoing. And the minister communicates quite long. I would have loved to read it, but let me just read what he says, that Minat had already indicated that these candidates, in coalition with local and foreign clandestine groups, had established a network platform to unlawfully collect and proclaim results in defiance to competent institutions. The Ministry of Territorial Administration wishes to reassure the national and international community that the ongoing electoral process will proceed to its conclusion in strict accordance with legal provisions and without the slightest disruption. The composition of the National Commission for General Counting of Votes will be officially confirmed by the Electoral Council (ELECAM) in accordance with the law in force, after which it will begin its work. At the end of the counting process, and the Commission will transmit its report to the Constitutional Council, the sole body empowered to determine and proclaim the result of the presidential election of 12 October 2025. Public order will be assured, maintained, and reinforced through the national territory, so that electoral process can conclude in calmly order. It is worth noting that Minister of Territorial Administration accredited 5,575 national and international observers deployed across the national territory. According to their preliminary observation, the electoral process was conducted smoothly across the national territory. Some observers reported minor irregularities, but none were capable of altering the result or undermine the overall integrity. Yeah, that's true. The Minister of Territorial Administration once again reassured both national and international opinion that government is determined to uphold public order and protect people and property before, during, and after the presidential election, in line with the very high directive of His Excellency President Paul Biya, head of state. In any event, the law shall prevail. Only the Constitutional Council is empowered to proclaim the result of the presidential election according to Article 137 of the Electoral Code. Done in Yaoundé, 14 October 2025. Paul Atanga Nji.
Congratulations! You've passed your GCE or baccalaureate, and now it's time to choose a professional university that opens real doors to your future. Let us introduce you to the African Higher Institute of Technology, a career-focused institution that not only awards internationally recognized certificates, but also guarantees direct employment opportunities upon graduation through its solid network of partner companies and institutions worldwide. This school operates in collaboration with the Cameroon Ministry of Higher Education, UBA Bank, St. Francis Xavier Institute, Canada. Located in Yaoundé, Mendong, away from the noisy town, AHIT provides the following for its students: a free brand new laptop immediately after paying a registration fee of 25,000 francs CFA, free high-speed internet access on campus, hands-on professional training, mentorship from local and international experts, offering courses like local government in accounting, finance and administration, computer engineering, artificial intelligence, biomedical sciences, economics and finance, business and management, arts and education, law and public policy, agricultural sciences. Whether you dream of becoming a software developer, civil engineer, healthcare technician, or business strategist, ICT is your direct path to success. Apply now and take the bold step toward a future of innovation, professionalism, and global opportunity.